Urgent Kansas City Chiefs fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Kansas City Chiefs updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Alright, Chiefs fans, buckle up because today we're diving deep into some intriguing developments that have everyone talking around Arrowhead Stadium and beyond. The Kansas City Chiefs, as we all know, have been building something special over the past few seasons, aiming not just for another playoff run but for that ultimate prize, the Super Bowl. And with the offseason in full swing, the team has made some interesting moves and some strategic decisions that could shape their 2024 season in ways many of us might not have anticipated. Let's start by looking at the wide receiver position, which has always been a critical piece of the Chiefs' puzzle. Last year, Kansas City made a significant effort to retool and deepen their receiving core, bringing back familiar faces like Juju Smith-Schuster and Marquise Hollywood Brown. Juju, who played a pivotal role in the team's Super Bowl 57 victory, has been a dependable target for Patrick Mahomes, bringing experience and a reliable set of hands. Marquise Brown, on the other hand, had a somewhat tumultuous season, marred by injury and limited opportunities, but his potential remains high. Brown's preseason showed flashes of the dynamic playmaker he can be, especially when healthy. But, as we all know, the NFL is a league of constant change, and where there's change, there's strategy. Brown's season was hampered by injuries, and unfortunately, he only managed to play 5 games across the entire season, 2 in the regular season and 3 in the playoffs. That's a limited sample, and it naturally raises questions about his future with the team. Still, the Chiefs brought him back, betting on his talent and hoping that with a full offseason and better health, he can reclaim his role as a deep threat and a reliable target for Mahomes. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. During the NFL draft, Kansas City made a move that has some analysts scratching their heads, selecting receiver Jalen Royals. The move was seen by many as a smart pick, especially considering Royals' athleticism and his ability to stretch the field. But some voices in the media, like Pro Football Network, have started to speculate that Royals might actually be a player to watch in the coming months. Why? Because if Royals impresses during training camp and preseason, there's a chance that the Chiefs could consider trading Marquise Brown. Yes, you heard that right. The same Marquise Brown who was brought back last year and was expected to be a key piece in the offense. For some, this sounds shocking, but the logic is rooted in roster management and team strategy. Royals could bring that vertical, contested catch element that the Chiefs might be missing from Brown, especially considering Brown's injury history and the fact that, in terms of the depth chart, he's currently slotted behind newer targets like Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, and of course, Travis Kelce. Let's pause here for a moment. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Kansas City Chiefs news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. Now, why would the Chiefs even consider trading a veteran like Brown? Well, one major factor is cost. According to Over the Cap, trading Brown before or after June 1st would cost the team about $3 million in dead money. That's not exactly pocket change. So, from a financial standpoint, unless the team gets a significant draft pick or a player in return, it's not a move they're likely to make just for cap savings. Plus, the Chiefs are still in the process of seeing what Mahomes and Brown can do together after a full offseason. Remember, Brown sat out most of last year due to injury, and that limited their chemistry and timing. In fact, many insiders believe that this season, the Chiefs plan to lean heavily on their offensive weapons, with Travis Kelce still being the primary target and a crucial piece in the offense. But beyond Kelce, we're also looking at Rashee Rice, who was a standout rookie last year, and Xavier Worthy, who is expected to take a bigger role in 2024. The Chiefs have been quietly building a versatile, dynamic receiving core that can adapt to different situations and game plans. Brown's role might be more of a situational, deep threat guy if he stays, or he might be on the move if Royals or others step up and impress during training camp. Looking at Royals, he's expected to be a bit of a gadget player, someone who can be used in special teams and in specific offensive packages to create mismatches or explosive plays. His speed and route-running ability give the Chiefs some flexibility, especially in situations where they want to stretch the field or create contested catches. The interesting thing is that Royals, as a rookie, probably won't be taking over a primary role immediately, but he could become a valuable piece in the offense as well as in special teams coverage units. Now, let's consider the long-term picture. Marquise Brown is set to be a free agent in 2026. If the Chiefs are planning to maintain a competitive window, they might see his current deal as an opportunity to either keep him or use him as a trade asset, if the right offer comes along. But right now, the focus is on maximizing their roster depth and seeing how their young players develop. Brown's versatility and experience are valuable, but they also have to balance that against roster spots and the team's future salary cap situation. It's also worth mentioning that the Chiefs have historically been cautious with trades involving their veteran players, especially those who have been integral to recent success. Trading Brown would be a strategic move that signals a shift in how the team views its receiver core, possibly emphasizing youth and speed over veteran experience. On the other hand, if Brown can stay healthy and develop chemistry with Mahomes during the offseason, he could very well be a key piece again in 2024. From a broader perspective, the Chiefs' strategy this year seems to be about balancing proven veterans with promising young talent. The team recognizes that Mahomes' window is still wide open, but they also understand that every move has to be calculated. The draft, free agency, and training camp all play into this puzzle, and the decisions made now will have ripple effects throughout the season. The quarterback himself, Patrick Mahomes, has expressed confidence in the team's receiver group, and with Kelce still at the top of the food chain, the offense remains one of the most formidable in the league. But Mahomes thrives on unpredictability, and the addition of young, explosive players like Royals could inject some new energy into the attack. Chiefs fans should be excited about the potential for more big plays, more versatility, and a roster that's constantly evolving to stay ahead of the competition. Getting back to the defense for a moment, which often gets less attention but is equally important, Kansas City has been strategic here as well. They bolstered their secondary in recent drafts and free agency, aiming to create a balanced team that can both score and shut down opponents. The defensive front, led by players like Chris Jones, remains a dominant force. All these elements together support the idea that the Chiefs are not just chasing a Super Bowl this year but are building a sustained dynasty. So, what does all of this mean for fans? Well, it's a season full of possibilities. We could see some unexpected roster moves, maybe even a trade involving a veteran receiver like Brown if Royals or other young players show enough promise. But one thing is certain, the Chiefs are not standing still. They're constantly assessing, adjusting, and pushing for that ultimate goal, another Lombardi trophy. And with Mahomes leading the charge, the team's future looks incredibly bright, full of potential and exciting football. In the end, Chiefs fans, what's your take on all these rumors and developments? Do you think Brown will stay, or is a trade on the horizon? Are you excited to see how Royals performs in his rookie season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll be back soon with even more updates, so make sure to stay tuned for the latest Chiefs news because, believe me, this season is shaping up to be one of the most thrilling in recent memory. We're all in this together, celebrating every touchdown, every big play, and every victory that gets us closer to that Super Bowl stage. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Chiefs!